Hello everyone, welcome to DevOps for You channel. My name is Rajeshwar. Today the demo is all about Slack notification. So we are having a workflow that if we want to get notified using Slack, and we are going to explore how we can integrate the Slack notification for our workflow. So the prerequisite for this one, we need to create a local repository and we need to have a remote repository. So this is my local repository. I do have a remote repository. The repository name, if you see, this is the Slack notification repository. Okay, so after I create the remote repository, I just add this remote repository to my local repository. If you see in the readme file, I have just created all the steps are the prerequisites for this Slack notification integration. So I just created remote repository and I just committed the changes. Then uh, I have added this remote repository using this git remote add origin command, and I just renamed, because when you create the local repository, your local repository always come with a name master, and we need to just rename the branch using this command. I'm just created a echo.txt file and committed the changes in locally. So there will be a local working area and local area, staging area, and the local repository, right? That I think you are all aware of the git basic thing. So we are having three stages in local, that is the local area, and working area, that is just working area, staging area, and the local repository. Yeah, so in order to achieve this notification, we need to create a Slack application, and we need to create a web URL, and we need to update that secret into our remote repository. So let me just go to my this Slack channel. If you see, if you go to https://apa.slack.com/apps, you can able to see an option to create a new app. If you click this one, it will ask you for the manifest, and you need to just check, or you need to select your workspace. Then it will create a new application for you, that is a Slack application. Then you need to come here, there is an option called webhook, incoming webhooks. So you need to just enable the webhook URL. So I do have that enabled already. If you see, this is the incoming webhook, and I just enable this one, and I have selected the general channel for this notification, and I don't need this one. So what I will do, I will just delete this one, because we are going to see the existing channel with the workspace created and the apps created with the name Slack notification. Yeah, and if I go here, okay, so just delete this one, and I will just stick with this one. So this is the demo app just I created, and this is the existing one. Yeah? I will delete this demo app because I don't need this one. So now after we enable this incoming web hook, we will getting a webhook URL. If you see, this is a Slack API, right? Yeah. If you come to incoming webhooks, this is the sample code that you can just test before you integrate with or update this with your remote repo. And this is a webhook URL that we need to update in our remote repo, that is our git repo. So what I did was, I just take the existing sample code in order to test with the curl command, and if I come here, I just want to pause this one so that we will get notified before I press the OK button. If you see, this is a general channel that we will get notified. So now the time is 5:10. If I just click OK, I will get the message posted to our channel. Welcome to DevOps for You channel, and the time is now 5:10. Now I will add one more time. Yeah, so this is the notification which we just received. So how do we update the secrets? If you go to the remote URL or the repo, you got to go to settings and click secrets and variable. Here you have to make this key, that is the variable, I can say Slack webhook URL, and you have to just update the webhook URL which we are getting from the Slack app. So this is the secret value we need to update in the remote repository. Okay, now I will go to my local repo and I will walk you through the workflow YAML file so that it will give more insight on the workflow Githubaction. So I just created this workflow YAML should be under .github/workflow folder, and this is the name. I'm just giving the name of the workflow. Then there was some condition. Okay, the condition is whenever we are pushing any changes to the main branch, so the workflow will initiated, or I can say the trigger point of the workflow is whenever we have the main branch, we push the code to our main branch, this workflow will get triggered. Okay, so there was a lot many condition we can have, like for example there will be a manual dispatch, and we can include some pull request, and there will be a lot many dependency condition we can start, or we can have a schedule polling for that one. But here the example what we have getting is whenever there is a push to the main branch, this workflow will get triggered. And this is the next one is we are having a job is nothing but there are multiple job we can include in this workflow. So the first job for us is test job. What I have created, I have named this as a test job, and this will run on the Ubuntu latest OS. That is, we are having the environment to execute our code inside the GitHub Ubuntu latest GitHub runner, I can say. Yeah, this is just a runner, I can say the agent machine that will get assigned in order to execute our task. So there will be lot many steps involved inside the jobs. So the first step, it will go and check out our repo, and the next step we are just scattering the echo file, that is this one, and this will show this is a test new commit, then followed by the Slack integration. So if you see, this is the name of the steps, that is Slack integration, Slack notification, and we are setting up an environment variable with the variable name Slack webhook URL. If you see this one, this is the value which I updated in the remote repository. Yeah, and followed by the secret .slack webhook URL which we updated. So we are updating this as a secret, right? So that's what here we are just giving the secret .slack webhook .url, and the URL we are getting from the Slack application. This value we need to update here. Yeah, so this is the workflow, and we are having this test notification that will be notified to our channel. So the channel name is, we will get notified into our general or space. The channel name will be general. Okay, so now if I go to, let me check like the status of my local, this one. Yeah, we are sync there won't be no new changes. What I will do, I will go to this echo and I will just new, just say new test commit. Okay, so now I will just update my github. So if I do a git status, there is one like untracked change. We need to just first add this changes to staging area, the from staging area to working area, then we have to commit. For that one I'll be using just git add, and this will be add this changes to working area from the staging area, then I'll be just committing this to my local branch. Okay, git commit, I'm just updated echo.txt. Okay, now if I just run git status, there won't be nothing to commit. Now I will boost this changes to my remote branch, that is my main branch. The moment I push these changes, the workflow will get triggered and will get notified to our Slack channel. Okay, I'm just pushing these changes to my local branch to remote branch, and if you go and check our action, then there will be a workflow automatically triggered, and there is a Slack integration or the notification we successfully received in our general channel. You see, right? Slack notification code push to main branch. Yeah, and this job was workflow was completed successfully. Then I want to just show the command which we have specified in our local repo also, the echo.text, and we are just running the echo of the test file here. Okay, and this job work was completed successfully. So this way, if we have integrate this notification, that will be more insight, or we will get notified about our build jobs. So here I'm just updated this with only one job, that is our test job, that is to just cat the file. But there will be a scenario, or we will have more steps here for the build jobs and the deployment jobs. Maybe like we will need to integrate some unit test or some infra level changes. So for each step we can have the notification enabled, so that if we get the notification, that will be very much useful for the build status and the deployment status. I think now we have better idea how we can enable the Slack notification to our workflow, that is our GitHub action cicd process. And also I'm planning to go planning to publish more video on the Terraform series. So if you see, there will be a lot many uh, basic Terraform, how to create a keepers and VPC subnet into availability zone and security group EC2 and S3 bucket, and there will be some function called count and meta for each and for each set function, and there will be a lot more things that I am planning to publish very soon. That will be in my pipeline. And also I'm just running my website. If you see, if you go to DevOps for you dot space, DevOps for you is my channel name, and if you hit DevOps for you dot space, you can reach to my site. This is just a uh, highlight on my profile, so that you can subscribe to my channel using this link, and that is the our DevOps for you channel. And you can just go through all the playlists, which was already around 40 videos I have created, that will give some insight on the Terraform and maybe the Docker and GitHub process and Azure Terraform deployment. So you just go through all this playlist, and I'm sure you will get some knowledge on the Terraform as well as the deployment process. And I'm keep on going to publish all our Terraform series and Jenkins and Kubernetes series. That's all are in my pipeline. So yeah, you can reach my site, and you can reach me to my email kbrajeshwarangit@gmail.com, and this is my YouTube channel, and this is my GitHub repo. This is all public repo, so you can just clone this repo and you can try all the project which I have made this to the public, so that it will be very useful to the people who is really like the DevOps culture, and they who need to have more value added to their profile. I'm for sure this will give more confidence to you to learn the DevOps process, and at least the basic learning of the DevOps process. And yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to our channel. And I'm planning a lot many things in our upcoming pipelines, and everything will be published as a planned manner. So yeah, thank you. Thanks for watching. Good day. Bye.